body and soul function. Why we should be a bit more composed and calm, and how it helps us to make a difference in our personal and professional lives. So let us look at this third session. Let us start the third session together. Any learnings from second and first days, whatever we are doing? You remember from comfort zone if you have discussed. Could you download first and second? We'll just run through first and second day once again. Certain things which I am sharing the entire PPT with you can go through that, but I have discussed only the one which will make us more interact. But let me pick up something from first and second day also, which we might have not there. Oh, you should always remember this. Happiness is a choice, not a result. We have to choose it. Some people are already distracted. When we didn't even start, some people are distracted. That is their choice, not yours. Happiness is a choice, not a result. You have to choose to be happy, otherwise it is not true. And unless until you choose to be happy, you can never be happy. Nobody will make you happy. First thing, that is what you should remember. Happiness comes from within, it will not come from outside. So, unless and until you decide, unless and until you choose to be happy, you can never be happy. How can we be happy? Keep our expectations low. Keep our desires low. Then disappointments will automatically be less. First deserve, then desire. If I want to, improve my body mass index, if I want to be more fit, if I keep on thinking about it, nothing will happen. I should go to the gym, I should go every day, I should work out, then only it will happen. That means unless I work on it, it will not happen. This is an impact which I will be able to feel, but I should only take the decision. It will not come from outside. So, and that is the result. It is not the desire that happens. It is what we deserve. That means that we should work out every day, then we should hope that our body will attain that fitness. Currently our foundation is helping one lady who is actually struggling with her fitness. We do even sports coaching where we do mindfulness for some people who are participating in Olympics, people who are participating in Commonwealth Games and all that. Because not everybody is very rich, people are very poor. Government Sports Authority of India does not pay well. In fact, many people who go and play, they hardly get 100 to 500 rupees per day. And they live in very difficult conditions. The hotel room will not be comfortable. Girls sometimes go on their own. So it becomes very expensive for them. But once you get a gold medal, once you get a silver medal, then government will be giving 1 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore. Actually, after you win, you don't require money because there are so many sponsors. But before you reach there, you require some support. Are you aware of that lady who was a wrestler from Northeast who won the medal in Olympics? Yeah. You know how many people the day she got medal and she came back to India, she invited so many truck drivers to have lunch at her place. Because there are truck drivers who have given her lift for her to go from her place to that training center. So she used to take some help from so many people and she invited all of them for lunch. So that is the kind of conditions many people live. And our foundation is helping some people in sports fitness also. Sports fitness also requires a lot of mental strength. It is not simply the game that you play, your mind also should be very much tuned to that success that you should be prepared for. Wrestlers, including weightlifters, they lift 200 kgs weight also. After a few minutes, they will not be able to lift even 110, 120 kgs weight also. That means it is the mental wake up that happens at a point in time which will enable them to lift 200 kg. The one who lifted 200 kgs will not be able to lift your 110, 120 kgs also after a few minutes. It's all in the mind. It's all about how you bring your energy, channelize that energy to your wrist and lift it. So bringing your energy to your wrist also requires concentration, mindfulness, and that is how you will be successful. Previously. Typically, many people will think that I am born poor, so I cannot be happy. Other people will think that I am child of a single parent, I have only mother, I have only father, so I will not be happy. That's not the way to look at it. Every leaf is different. Is any plant taking care of another plant? How many animals take care of their offsprings? Very few. For very few days. Only in human life you will see parents taking care of their children all through their life. That is why we have more expectation. That is why we have less gratitude. That is why we complain more. That is why we are unhappy. Actually, if you see how a monkey and a kitten, there is a teaching methodology for this. Have you seen how a monkey treats its baby monkeys? Who is holding it? Mother is holding the child? Mother is holding the child? Child is holding the mother. Mother is simply jumping from one branch to another branch. If the child removes the hand, the baby monkey doesn't hold the mother firmly, baby will die. You see a cat. How does a cat deal with its kittens? Mother is taking care of the kittens. We are in which shape? Are we behaving like monkeys or are we behaving like cats? Primary education, senior education, including intermediate, we can behave like kittens. But once you come to higher education, you should behave like a baby one. You should take responsibility. Because right from LKG to degree, actually it should not be a degree also, it's only 12th class. It is like teaching. A cat is teaching its kittens. A cat is teaching its kittens. So you should behave like kittens. But from degree onwards, they are not doing anything, they are only signing, nothing more than that. Don't get carried away by this. From right from the degree onwards, you should behave like baby monkey. That means teaching becomes learning. From LKG to 12th class, it is teaching. That means we will take responsibility. But from degree first year to PhD, you should take the responsibility. That is learning. That is a teaching learning methodology. Teaching means the teacher will take the responsibility. Learning means the learner will take responsibility. So, anything much beyond that, we try to believe that we can never be happy. But science says only 50% of your happiness is because of your genetic makeup. That means your DNA structure will decide whether you will be happy or not, only to the tune of 50%. 10% is because of the circumstances. Today results are announced. You are a topper, you feel very good. This is the circumstance. Today the program will end at 10 o'clock, you are very happy. That is circumstance. But unfortunately it will not happen like that. It will continue till 12. The other one is 40%, which is daily activities. This 50% is not within our control, but this 50% is very much within our control. If you are able to conduct your daily activities in a more meaningful and purposeful way, and when we say meaningful and purposeful, try to be helpful to others. Not in examination hall. Not in examination hall. I was told yesterday, 3 people in IIT Mumbai, this has really happened. In IIT Mumbai, 3 students. Even in IIT also it is you and me, people like you and me who have joined. They are not different people, they are very normal people. So in IIT Mumbai one day what happened? There was a test. 3 students did not prepare for the test. So what did they do? They have put some grease in their palm and they came to the professor and said, actually our tire was burst. Our tire, we were coming in a car. Our tire is burst. So we could not come to the examination hall on time. So they have shown the proof of all the grease and all the trousers, a lot of dust was showcased. So the professor said, don't worry, I'll conduct a retest for you. After 3 days, prepare well, I'll conduct a test for all of you. Then they said, fine. 3 people were put in 3 different rooms. They were expecting some tough questions to be asked. Now they were well prepared. There were only 2 questions. One question was 50 marks, the second question was also 50 marks. The question was, which tire was punctured? Front right tire, front left tire, back right tire, back left tire. Where were you seated? Driving seat, passenger seat in front row, back left, back right. That's it. That's the end of the story. So, what it means to say is, our objective is to discover the truth, and we should be able to discover the truth if we are a bit more mindful. Mindfulness will help us to influence this 50%. The circumstances we can influence to a large extent. Circumstances means negative news will also happen, negative things also will happen. But as I mentioned earlier, only the impact is 90 seconds. After that, if you are still continuing, that means if you can control yourself for 90 seconds, science says this, and you will be able to deal with any situation. That's not a problem. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. There are certain things which have happened in our life which will give us permanent pain, but suffering is optional. We can still say, this has happened, that's history. Let us not get carried away by what has happened. There are many types of happiness which is reflected in the next slide. This is what is very types of happiness. But joy is something which we often relatively, it's a very brief feeling, it will not last long. That is why joy is always short-lived. It will not remain for long. So, if you are able to feel only now, after some time you will not feel that joy. Suppose you had very good coffee. When you are having that coffee, you will enjoy it. After that, you can only recall whatever has happened, but that will not give you joy. Excitement. Whenever we are anticipating something which is positive, that is when you have this excitement. But once the event is over, that's it. You will not be excited about it anymore. Like say for example, some placement results are being declared. Everybody will anticipate that they will be able to do well in the written test and all that, and they have done very well. So everybody will anticipate that they will be able to get a positive result. That is excitement. Gratitude. Whenever you are doing something for others, whenever you are trying to figure out, I am very happy today because of this XYZ reason, whatever it may be, then that is a case of gratitude. Being thankful. Are you thankful for something that has happened today? Okay. Anybody? Here? Okay, but every second you don't tell yourself that I am alive, so I should be happy. No. We are alive, we should definitely feel good about it. But something that has happened today, in the last 24 hours, for which you are feeling gratitude. See how much, okay, in the last 24 hours, did you have any problem? Delivering role. India lost the match. India lost the match to Sri Lanka. Yesterday your friends can do unless me comes next or somebody and I.
So yesterday, somebody and I were going out to purchase something, and suddenly it happened that there were two intersections, and I passed, and auto instantly he drive. So what happened is both of us used the brake. That moment I was thankful that something bad didn't happen. I mean, we were conscious and we were able to use the brake on time. So that moment, or else anything would have happened. I mean, if auto driver wouldn't have used the brake or I wouldn't have used the brake, anything would have happened and we would have badly injured. So that is what I am grateful for.
So you had a very close opportunity to have an accident, but it is either because of your presence of mind or it is because of the auto driver's presence of mind that they have applied brakes, and that is why there was no mishap. So something negative was to be avoided, and that is why you feel gratitude. So since you feel that there was no pain, you are feeling happy. But can anybody recall why they should be happy because of whatever has happened? Without having anything to do with pain. So you visualize in your mind that something could have gone wrong, but it did not go wrong because either of your presence of mind or their presence of mind, and that is why you are still in one piece. Okay, you are grateful for it, that's fine. Can anybody also recall a situation where something good has happened in the last 24 hours? If we are not able to identify even one event that is positive, that means we are not preparing our mind to be happy. Gratitude is the only attitude. I can recall a number of instances in the last 24 hours. I can recall, but I want you to recall. You got a compliment yesterday morning? Okay, after filling your vehicle's petrol, you got a complimentary drink. Which petrol station has given? Everybody should go there. Shell has given. Okay. Royal Dutch Shell is one of the oldest joint venture multinational company. Good. So you got a complimentary drink. But if you go every day, you will not get. Okay. So they are charging something extra, but at the same time they are giving a complimentary drink, and that is what is making you feel good. Good. Yeah. So when somebody goes out of their way and helps you, definitely you feel good about it. So the restaurant which you have patronized yesterday, the staff has treated you well, that makes you feel that you are grateful. Did you thank them?
By giving them pastry also. It was a birthday party.
Good. The staff were also very well behaved probably, because of which you felt good about it. Have you heard about this hotel called Marriott? Marriott. Actually, the story goes like this. Somebody who is a clerk in the hotel, in a very small hotel, it's not a 5-star hotel, but some 3-star hotel. Somebody is at the reception desk. One day, very elderly people come there. It is raining late in the night. So they want to check in, but all rooms are occupied. So this person who is at the reception desk, he says, my house is nearby. Actually, I am given a house room here also. If you don't mind, I can give my room to you. I will not charge for that. This is free because you are elderly people and it is raining here and the place is pitch dark. And I know that all the nearby hotels are also occupied. That is why I would like you to stay in this room if you don't mind. It is not very comfortable, it is not very, cozy, but I would like to give it to you because I don't want you to search for another hotel now. They'll say, okay, fine, and they'll stay in his room. And he goes back into his house. He is the same person who became the CEO of Marriott Hotel because the couple were not poor, they were filthy rich. They come at such an odd time to the hotel to see how the staff is behaving. So when they see that this person is very courteous and humble, they will start a new hotel and he will be the CEO of the hotel. That is how a reception desk. At the entry level, somebody has become the CEO of a company. I am doing my program, same program, next month in Bhubaneswar, in a place called KIIT University, Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technologies University, where the lady by name Samantha was a clerk. She is a vice chancellor. She has invited me to do the program between October 18th to October 22nd in her university. Just imagine, somebody who joined a university as a clerk is today the vice chancellor. We should not think that this is some theory at all. I know a number of live cases like this, where people who have started from scratch have risen to that level. Maybe when Samantha was a clerk, I was an assistant professor. I retired. I didn't retire, I retired from work. In a sense, I chose to come out of it after some 25 years. My last assignment was a registrar and professor at Assam Kaziranga University. I did rise beyond the registrar. One level below the vice chancellor is registrar. But Samantha, from a clerk, has risen to vice chancellor. So you can imagine how much she might have put in hard work, how much she might have struggled. But today when she speaks, you don't think that she started her career as a clerk. That is the attitude. And gratitude is the only attitude one should have. I feel good about it. So pride. Pride is a satisfaction when you accomplish something. Accomplishing something should not make you so proud and arrogant. It is better to lose and become humble than to win and become arrogant. So pride also does not last long, but pride is because of something you have achieved. That is why you see some players, they will be very normal also after they win. Because they have got that kind of a mindset where they feel sometimes sorry for the other person who has lost the match. So that's why they don't feel proud. Optimism. When we are looking up to something positive because of whatever we have done, that's a positive outlook, and optimism should always be there. That's a greater source of happiness. And last but not the least, contentment. Whenever you are satisfied with whatever you have, whenever you are satisfied with whatever you got, or what you have not got also, that kind of a contentment is very much required. And all religious texts would always say you should be contented. You should be optimistic. You should not be proud of whatever you have done. And you should always have gratitude towards others. You should be excited about whatever you are doing, but keep a control of the kind of joy that you are looking for. Some of the important slides which I wanted to show. What does this say? I want somebody to interpret this. Absolutely. Anybody would like to come and speak about this?
That was set for a rack in a bowl, and after dumping the food inside the rack, so it will automatically trap in a bowl. So that was a plan.
A rat trap was set up, as he rightly identified, wherein the container was full of grains, so the rat thought grains are easily accessible and it got into the container and it started consuming. One day grains are over, but it is not able to come out of it because it's a slippery container. So it cannot come out of it. Similarly, a lot of us get into jobs when we don't think of a career, when we look at a job, and because the job is paying well. My cousin, she was working for Tech Mahindra. She was on the bench. Every day she used to go in the morning, report and come back. After half an hour or after 1 hour, she used to come back. And I used to ask her, what is it that you are doing? She says, no, I am on the bench. You know what is being on the bench? Bench means you will get salary, but you won't have any work. So she used to feel very good about it. It went on for 1 year, and after 1 year they did not give her a hike because they said we did not avail your services. So you don't deserve a hike because you were not put on the job at all for the last 1 year, you were on the bench. Then she felt very disappointed and she left the organization. She quit because it hurt her pride that she cannot get a hike. Then she started looking for other jobs. And everywhere they were asking, what did you do? She said, I used to work for Tech Mahindra. What did you do in Tech Mahindra? She cannot say that I was on the bench. And if they ask any questions, even if she says that I was in this project or I was in that project, they'll ask questions related to that. Then one fine day she realized it is very difficult to get a job because I don't have a it is. So, something which is comfortable for us is not necessarily good for us in the long run. That is why you see, any food which is not tasty is good for your health. Something which is tasty, something which is delicious is not good for your health. Something which is bitter is very good for your health. That is why all medicines are bitter. But we like something spicy, we like something which is very sweet, but sweet is actually poison. Sweets are actually poison. But poison which is coated very sweet. That is why India has become the diabetic capital of the world. India is the diabetic capital of the world only because we consume a lot of sweets. Now, the reason why students are feeling very stressed, there are 4 options for every student. Either you take up employment, or you pursue higher education, or you take up research, that is you get into PhD and all, or you take up entrepreneurship. In all these 4 cases, you are expected to add value, and in all these 4 cases, if you are not able to create that kind of a value within yourself, if you are not able to stretch, if you are not able to pursue higher education, or if you are not able to commit so much of time, the results will not be favorable to you. The fear that the results will not be favorable to you is something which will cause that stress to you. And how do you overcome that stress? By creating some time every day for reading, because read, lead and succeed. That is the only path to success. Read, lead and succeed. How much time do we create for reading? I think that answers the question. How much time do we create? Half an hour. What is the most easiest out of this four? Higher education. Because at least for another 2 more years nobody will ask us it. Which is the most difficult out of this? Entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship is more risky or more difficult? Uncertain. You may face losses. Suppose you are studying strategic management. You did not come prepared for the examination. How much will you get? Worst case scenario. Even if you don't prepare, also you pass. Depends upon the invigilation. Okay, let us assume that the invigilation is very tough. Now you tell me what is the worst thing that can happen when you are not prepared? Fail means how much? Now what is the worst thing that can happen? How many marks will you get? 0. 0 is still a positive integer. In business, if you don't know what you are doing, you will not get 0. You will get minus. That is why people think entrepreneurship is risky. You won't get 0 then, you will get minus then. So in academic world we are very comfortable. We are in our comfort zone. But in the business world it is quite different. Here if you don't read, you will get 0. There if you don't read, you will get minus. That is why I have got very strong market intelligence. In business you should have very strong market intelligence. You should know what the customers are looking forward to. You should know what the competitors are doing. That learning is more difficult every day. There is no syllabus there. There is no time period at 9:30 to 10:30 this class, 10:30 to 11:30 another class. Till 24/7 you are trying to gain some market intelligence about your customers, about your competitors. If you don't learn, you will get minus. That is why entrepreneurship is risky. Otherwise it is not risky. Risky for people who don't want to read, lead and succeed. So if you are not reading business news, if you are not watching business news, that means you don't want to be successful. You don't want to be successful. I will skip this. The happy life is engaging one strength to contribute to a larger purpose. Did we ever try to introspect and find out what we are good at least what we want to become in life? The one who is sitting in last and spreading happiness across the entire road. What is it that you want to become in life? Could you ever spend some time? Because you can get anything on Google, but you will not get to know about yourself. Can anybody say what they want to become? What they have in their mind to become after 5 years or after 10 years? Anybody? who keep on talking 24 by 7, they will not talk now. Anybody? You just joined MBA without even any thought, yeah. What do you intend? You want to start your own business. Which business you want? What business you want to do? Exporting? F2C. Why only this business? You feel there is a need for many farmers. But why you chose only farmers? Why not anybody else? Okay, you are from that particular community and that is why you feel that you have some natural advantage of knowledge of agriculture. So you feel that you should be able to export your agricultural products in international market. Good. Which type of crops will you deal with? Cereals indeed. Did you ever do some research on what kind of cereals are exported? Only when somebody has got a very clear intent of what they want to become, only then they will be able to channelize their energies, mental energies, intellectual capacity and build capability in that. Only then that is possible at a later stage to be successful. Just having the desire does not solve the problem. Now everybody is talking. When you are given a chance, you are not speaking even 1 minute also. Without a clear vision about what you want to become, and if there is no mission backing it up, how do you ever hope to be successful without ideation or execution of a strategy? You should have a game plan. Okay, I think since you are more interested in something else, I will skip that one. No wonder, because we are not trying to work towards that end. In 149 countries, India is at 136th position. Afghanistan is at 146, and Finland is the world's number 1 country in terms of gross national happiness. Countries are ranked in terms of their happiness, and India ranks 136th out of 149 countries. We are in a good position or in a bad position? So what do we do? What should we do? But happiness is not a finished product. It is a process. What is it that we do to become happy? Optimism. I am optimistic, but I don't do anything. Will I be happy? I need to be positive, I need to be productive, I need to be optimistic, I need to be humble, I need to have gratitude and a right kind of a mindset. Only then I will be happy. Okay, we can go to the previous slide. Gross national happiness is collectively these elements. It looks at your education standards. Are you aware of the fact that out of 100 people who, if all of you are silent, then we can be more focused on whatever we are talking. I know you are already happy, but your happiness should not be restricted to yourself. Almost 18 years back, somebody who was studying with you, if 100 students were studying with you, today 74 students have not come to the PG level. Are you aware of that? Gross enrollment ratio is 26% in India. That means people who have passed 12th class also, if 100 people have passed 12th standard or second year of intermediate, 74 people have not come to PG or UG first year, forget about PG. And the number of people who come to PG is much less than 13% or 15%. That means you should first feel grateful to the fact that you have reached a stage where many people are not able, at least 85% of the people who joined LKG with you are not there in PG today. You should first feel grateful for that. If there is any valve in our body which requires some replacement, if we go to Apollo hospitals charges something like 2 lakh rupees for changing one valve. The human body has got thousands of such valves. Each one of us is a millionaire. Without participating in KBC, we are all millionaires. But we don't realize that. We keep on complaining, I don't have this, I don't have that. For one valve, Apollo hospitals is charging 2 lakhs. Thousands of our valves in the body are there, given to us free of cost at the time of our birth, and hopefully it is all still intact. But we are not grateful for that. So education, that is what is education all about. Trying to understand the benefits that we have already received because of our education. Psychological well-being is also measured. Health is measured in terms of quality in life years as well as lifespan. Living standard is also compared, what kind of a lifestyle we are able to live on average. In every country there is a representative sample. Then they see what is the cultural diversity and resilience. Like once there was one cold earthquake in Japan, completely in one area it was demolished. All the foreign countries started giving aid to Japan, and Japanese Prime Minister said, thank you for all the support. If required, we will take it. They did not take even $1 off. And on one particular shop, one board was put. Because of the earthquake, everything is lost. Because of earthquake, everything is lost. We are sorry for the inconvenience caused to the customers. We will reopen the shop on Monday because we lost everything, but we did not lose hope. People who have lost everything, they are able to say that. That means you just imagine what is their kind of mental strength that they have. That is what is resilience all about. Good governance. Good governance is all about policies that are being made at a national level or at a state level by involving all the affected parties. If I am involving all the key stakeholders and then making a decision, that is a much more acceptable governance standard. Community vitality, how the community comes to the support. Have you heard about this case of Muhammad Yunus, who has been given a Nobel Peace Prize in Bangladesh? How many of you have heard about that? Nobody. I'm really surprised. Actually, he is not such an outstanding intellectual, but he has been given a peace prize because of the help that he has extended to so many people through microfinance. So many people got benefited. So many people could create a living out of this kind of a support that was received. You should read about Muhammad Yunus. And in Bangladesh, he was given a Nobel Peace Prize, but for an act which he has done in microfinance. So just imagine how many people were touched because of the support that he has provided. That is community vitality. In fact, all the have you heard about microfinance at least? Have you heard about microfinance? Microfinance is giving such a less amount but changing somebody's complete life because of that. Not only they simply provide financial support, they also provide the guidance so that they will be able to change for better. I see a lot of people coming from rural areas to Hyderabad. They'll go to one apartment. They will say, we'll take care of the entire security and all. We'll be a watchman. They'll simply buy one iron box and start pressing clothes of all the people in the. Over a period of time, they become so clear in terms of their livelihood, and the entire family is able to survive because of one simple investment in one iron box. Hardly how much does an iron box cost? And they make a life. And today, in the last 20 odd years, I have seen some of their children have even gone to the level of IIT also. Just imagine. And we are sitting here and thinking that equity, entrepreneurship, startup with some 5 crores, 10 crores, piggy and all that. People have made such a difference to their life with hardly few rupees also. And ecological diversity and resilience. We are also doing some programs in Kana region, in the Kaziranga region, with Jim Corbett, the same name, Jim Corbett has got a Corbett Foundation. The Corbett Foundation works with people who are dealing with wildlife so that the human wildlife conflict is mitigated. So all this is used for measuring, just like GDP is measured. How is GDP measured? Now, how is gross domestic product measured? What are the different methods of measuring national income? Income method is there. No, literacy has got nothing to do. Income method, expenditure method, and value added method. There are 3 methods are there. They will do all 3, take a summation of it, divided by 3. And that is how they arrive at gross domestic product. So countries are high on GDP but low on G&H, which means to say people are rich but they are unhappy. That is the problem. Can you put second? Second. This is the second one. Just see how people are choosing either a fixed mindset. What are the constraints of a fixed mindset vis-a-vis a growth mindset? A fixed mindset will always look at the validation. I want proof. Only after I have proof, only after I get a good job, then I will start learning. Let people who are studying hard, let them get some good job, then I will believe that hard working will lead to better opportunities, then I will also start putting in that effort. That is fixed mindset. Growth mindset is, it is focused already on learning because they know that learning leads to earning. Fixed mindset wants certainty. Unless and until I have proof of concept, I will not believe. Growth mindset will say, let me take up this challenge. Let me try to explore. let me try, like the way many people are trying here. How to explore? You can come up, you can come and sit in the front. You can come, they want to see the result. You seem to be getting distracted. You will also go and give him some company. Give him company. The two chairs is available, you can go and sit. You can also. You can go there, you can go and sit in the front room. See how happy we are now for 1 minute of silence. This is meditation. Meditation does not mean that you should go to Himalayas and sit there. If you can keep your mind calm for 1 minute, that also is meditation. We are not able to keep ourselves remain shut for 1 minute also, non-stop. As they say, non-stop nonsense. But when you are given the mic, you are not able to speak for 1 second also. That is a fixed mind. A growth mindset means taking up opportunities. Can somebody read the 4th point? Somebody is sitting in the front row. What is the 4th one?
Crack under failure. Then growth mindset is grow from failure.
So what do you understand by that? Absolutely. So many people, when they attempt in CA inter, and if they fail in CA inter, that's it. They think that we will never pass CA. The other people who have failed so many times, do you know how many times Abraham Lincoln had lost elections before he became the president of USA? So many times he lost, even at a local level also. He didn't give up. Because he was not that fixed mindset, he was a growth mindset. We don't even try 5 minutes reading some complex concept and we will come to a conclusion that we will not understand. That is a fixed mindset. Crack under failure. What's the next one? You will grow from failure. Somebody who is throwing bricks at you, you will have to build a house with that particular bricks. That is a growth mindset. Next point.
Reluctant to put in extra effort, accept efforts as key to success.
Reluctant. You are not interested to put that extra effort. You are more happy in our comfort zone. Sitting in the last row, last 2 rows has been very comfortable for some people. No participation, no involvement, no learning. They are very happy. When you are reluctant to learn, when you are reluctant to learn, you will be wasted. That is why I told you yesterday about that particular case in Tirupati, where a student is working in Chanakya Hotel as an office boy after doing MBA Finance. And another person I get to see quite often, pushing the car, pushing the trolley in Hyderabad airport. He is also MBA Finance. Why does this happen? Because we didn't learn anything. We simply sat through the sessions, we wrote examinations, we passed, we got and we thought that piece of paper will make all the difference in our life. We cannot do that. We should understand. We have to add value. That is why this is a value added course. You have to add value here. That is what is called in Telugu also. Markata Kishora Nyayam, Marjana Kishora Nyayam. What a cat does with kittens is spoon feeding. With spoon feeding, you will not come across challenging situations and win over. Marjana Kishora Nyayam. Monkey will force its baby monkeys to hold. If you are not holding, you will die. That is fine. That is the way it should be. This is higher education. This is not LKG or UKG. Where you continuously keep on talking here and somebody comes and starts and keeps on telling you every time you have to participate. It is an insult for yourself. But why is it so calm now? Disgraceful. A, you are not participating. B, you do not want other people to participate. What's the next point?
Threatened by others' success, learn from others' success.
If somebody else is able to be successful, we are not able to like it. We always try to find out how they might have got it. Probably they might have tried to impress upon somebody. That is why they have got it. Or they might have used some kind of a shortcut. That is a fixed mindset. The growth mindset is all about trying to figure out what is it that I can learn from them. What is it that I can learn. Yesterday I have sent one case letter. Guntur to Google. You know, all of you got it? Somebody has lost his legs. Went to IIT also. What is the effort that we put in? We think that our parents, it is our parents' responsibility to take care of us. It's unrealistic expectations. If a person who has lost both his legs could struggle, though he might have got a seat in IIT Chennai because of his physically handicapped quota, his rank was 992 in IIT. There is no reason for us to be unhappy. If we are unhappy, it is because of our own doing. It is because of our own thought process. We don't want to be happy. We don't want to see ourselves successful. We don't want our friends to be successful. That is why we keep on disturbing them. Whenever you are disturbing a person who is sitting beside you, you should remember that you don't want him to be successful. You don't want her to be successful. That is why you are not listening. You don't want other person to listen. You are allowing somebody to distract you. You are allowing yourself to distract others. It's all in the mind only. Actually, more than the session, I feel now it is good. It's so calm. I am feeling more happy because of this. There was no waste of energy. Like the one who is turning around and trying to see why other people are silent. Why can't I contribute to this noise? Let us discuss business and finance. I think we are done with today's happiness. We look at business and finance. we take a 10 minutes break and then when we start, we discuss.